I used to weigh 300 pounds, and even when I restricted my calories to 1,000 a day, I barely lost anything. Now I weigh 120 pounds. I eat 2,500 calories a day, and if I don't, I'm losing weight when I don't want to. I have struggled with my weight my entire life. I was a chubby kid that turned into an obese adult. I have tried every single diet out there imaginable. I have taken every medication. I have done every tip, every trick, every cheat code out there. I am a 50+ year experiment in weight loss failures. Heck, at one point, 25 years ago, I had weight loss surgery. I actually drove to another city too because they weren't doing them here yet. It was when they first came out. And I still managed to gain the weight back. Food was such a big part of my life. I spent days cooking for the holiday events, Easters and the Christmases and the Thanksgivings. I have cooked for baby showers. I have done weddings. I've done all the birthday cakes. I would watch Food Network for hours on end and come up with elaborate menus and have our family and friends over just to enjoy the food that I was cooking. Our social life revolved around my kitchen. That's just how it was. That's who I was. I didn't just like food. Food was also how I loved my people. And then 2020 came and menopause hit me like a Mack truck. Like Gen Xers, we were not warned. We were told maybe some night sweats, probably some hot flashes, but that'd be the extent of it. That is not the extent of it. There are brain fog issues, you have memory issues, there's problems with your joints. I lost my ability to talk in complete sentences, and that didn't go over too well at work, I can tell you that. And then the seizures started. It turns out some of my hot flashes were actually hypoglycemic lows. So here I am in menopause, overweight, and feeling like I'm literally losing my mind. So what does any self-respecting, overachieving Gen X woman do? We Googled that shit, and Google was telling me that I needed to exercise. It told me that exercise was gonna make me feel better. So I joined a HIIT style fitness training group in January of 2022. And wouldn't you know, Google was right. I felt so much better after exercising that I quickly ramped up from 3 days to 5. And then about 6 months later, I got the answer to the seizure question and I confirmed the diagnosis of reactive hypoglycemia. So my blood sugar crashes about 2 hours after I eat anything with carbs. So what I thought were hot flashes were hypoglycemic lows. And when it gets too low, I have a seizure. The treatment? A low carb diet, period. End of story. So I didn't take that news too well at first, if I'm being completely honest. And you know, I've already told you, I didn't stick with diets very long, but this one, I didn't have a choice. I'm gonna have to stick to it. Once I changed how I ate, my blood sugar crashes stopped and the seizures got under control, and I even lost a few pounds. At this point, I had two choices. I was either gonna be miserable, eating chicken breast and green beans the rest of my life, or I was gonna learn how to cook completely different and rework all of my recipes. Guess which one I chose? I've spent the last 4 years reworking all of my recipes, finding new ones, learning new ways to cook, because not only do I want to cook for me, I want to be able to share my food with my family and my friends. But here's the thing, that wasn't the only piece of the puzzle that clicked for me. In 2024, I started strength training with Ronnie. Absolutely fell in love with the process of building muscle and building strength, especially from a little 5'1" woman. It's empowering, but strength training really kicked the weight loss into overdrive, and I had to start pumping up the calories. So that's how I ended up with 2,500 calories a day. And there are some days where I'm still just completely dumbfounded at the fact that I was able to do this in menopause and not in my 30s. And Ronnie and I still debate on what the actual reason is behind it. I mean, he's pretty sure it's the strength training. I'm pretty sure it's the low carb. I think we're gonna just end up agreeing in the middle that it's a combination of the two, because I truly believe that strength training and a low carb diet are the only reason after 50 plus years of trying, that I have been able to lose the weight and maintain this weight loss for any significant amount of time. It definitely wasn't willpower. The low carb diet, managing the reactive hypoglycemia, and the strength training, building the metabolism that works for my body, the two of them together, it's the perfect combination. I started this channel because I had to learn how to make low carb food that actually tasted good. I wasn't going to eat what I didn't like for the rest of my life, and you shouldn't either. On this channel, I share high protein, low carb recipes that allow me to keep food at the center of my life without all of the blood sugar crashes and the weight regain. If you're dealing with menopause or blood sugar issues, or just trying to build a strong, resilient body, you're in the right place. If you enjoyed my story, I'm gonna drop you here in my breakfast recipe playlist because breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. If you find something that you like, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching my video.